Tatooine. A harsh, unforgiving world of twin suns and endless sand. Not exactly the place you'd expect destiny to arrive. But the Force never much cared for what people expected. Shmi Skywalker had no explanation, no partner, no father to name. Her son, simply, was born into poverty, born into slavery, but born carrying something the galaxy had never seen before. Anakin Skywalker's midichlorian count broke every known record. 20,000. Higher than Master Yoda. Higher than any Jedi in recorded history. The very cells of his body vibrated with the living Force in a way that defied science, defied reason, and defied everything the Jedi Order thought they understood. This wasn't random. This wasn't luck. The ancient Jedi texts spoke of a Chosen One, a being created by the Force itself, not born of biology, not shaped by chance, a being who would bring balance. By destroying the darkness that had corrupted the galaxy for 1,000 years. For centuries, that prophecy gathered dust. Scholars debated it, masters dismissed it. Nobody truly believed the day would come. Then Anakin arrived. Even as a child, he moved differently. He felt things before they happened. He repaired machines with an instinct no one had taught him. He raced pods that grown men feared, and he won. Every single time. The Force hadn't just gifted Anakin with power. It had built him for something specific, something enormous. A weapon, shaped like a boy, hidden in plain sight on a forgotten desert world, waiting for the right moment to be found. Qui-Gon Jinn found him a Jedi Master who trusted the living Force far more than any council rule. One blood test later, and Qui-Gon knew exactly what he was looking at. The Chosen One was real. But back on Coruscant, the Jedi Council wasn't ready to celebrate. The Jedi Council chamber was quiet, but it wasn't a peaceful quiet. Qui-Gon Jinn stood before the Masters with certainty burning in his eyes. He had found the Chosen One. The prophecy was real. The boy needed to be trained. The Council listened. Then they hesitated. Master Yoda leaned forward, his ancient eyes half closed. "Clouded, this boy's future is," he said. "Fearful, I am." Mace Windu was less subtle. "The boy is too old. His emotions are too raw. He is not ready." But what the Council never admitted was that they weren't ready either. They saw Anakin's power. 20,000 midichlorians. Unprecedented, uncontrollable. And instead of trust, they chose distance. Instead of guidance, they chose conditions. They agreed to train him only after Qui-Gon died at Naboo, not out of belief, but out of obligation. That distinction mattered more than they knew. Anakin felt it immediately. He was never fully welcomed, never fully trusted. He was the Chosen One in title, but just a problem to be managed in practice. The warmth of Qui-Gon was gone. The Council watched him, like a variable that hadn't been solved yet. And a boy who grows up feeling watched instead of loved is a boy who will eventually look elsewhere for belonging. The Jedi had one job: train the weapon the Force created, give it purpose, loyalty, and roots. Instead, they handed the Sith an opening. They didn't see it, but he did. From the polished corridors of the Senate building, a patient man in dark robes had been watching Anakin Skywalker for years. He had seen the Council's coldness. He had watched their hesitation. He had noted every moment of fear, every cold shoulder, every withheld word of praise. And he had smiled, because a lonely boy is always the easiest kind to turn. Palpatine did not believe in waiting. While the Jedi Council debated prophecies and destiny, the Supreme Chancellor had already begun moving the first pieces of his game, quietly, carefully. The moment Anakin Skywalker arrived on Coruscant, Palpatine ensured their paths crossed. Officially, it was harmless. A simple greeting. A polite conversation with the boy who had won the Boonta Eve pod race. But Palpatine saw more. He saw power, and more importantly, he saw weakness. Fear lived inside the boy. Fear of loss. Fear of failure. Fear of leaving his mother behind. Palpatine understood fear better than anyone. During official visits to the Senate, Palpatine invited Anakin to speak privately. At first, the talks seemed innocent. Stories of the Republic. Praise for Anakin's bravery. Encouraging words the Jedi rarely offered. "You are special, Anakin," Palpatine would say calmly. The Jedi are wise, but sometimes they cannot see the greatness standing in front of them. The boy listened. Because no one else spoke to him like that. Obi-Wan trained him hard. The Council watched him with doubt. But Palpatine offered something different: understanding, trust. And slowly, the Chancellor planted ideas. The Jedi hold you back. Your power is greater than their rules. One day, the Republic will need someone strong enough to protect it. Years passed, and the connection grew stronger. To the Jedi, Palpatine was simply a political ally who admired the gifted young Padawan. But behind closed doors, the truth was darker. Every fear, Anakin confessed. Palpatine studied. Every victory, Anakin celebrated. Palpatine encouraged. Every doubt about the Jedi, Palpatine quietly deepened. By the time Anakin became a Jedi Knight, the trap was already built around him. The Council believed they were guiding the Chosen One. But in the shadows, Palpatine had already claimed him. And soon, he would make his next move. The moment Palpatine had prepared for finally arrived. For years, he had shaped Anakin's thoughts. Quiet words, gentle praise, careful guidance that slowly pushed the young Jedi away from the Council. Now the war was tearing the galaxy apart. And Anakin was tired. Tired of watching people die. Tired of the Jedi's endless rules. Most of all, he was afraid. Night after night, terrible visions filled his mind. Padme crying, Padme suffering, Padme dying. Anakin felt the future slipping away from him. So he went to the only person who had ever promised answers: Palpatine. The Chancellor listened quietly in his dark office. Then he spoke the words he had waited years to say. The Jedi cannot save her, but the dark side of the Force holds abilities some consider unnatural. Anakin froze. The room felt colder. For a long moment, he said nothing. Then the war outside erupted into chaos. Alarms echoed through the Senate district. Reports came in that Jedi Masters were moving against the Chancellor. The trap had closed. When Anakin arrived, he saw the scene unfold. Mace Windu stood over Palpatine, lightsaber ready. The Chancellor looked weak, defeated. "This Sith Lord is too dangerous to live," Windu said. Anakin's heart raced. Kill him, and Padme dies. Save him, and everything changes. The choice lasted only seconds. Anakin moved, his blade flashed, and Mace Windu fell. Silence filled the chamber. Palpatine slowly rose, a dark smile forming across his face. "Good," he whispered. "Very good." The Republic died that night. The Jedi Order soon followed, and Anakin Skywalker became something new: Darth Vader. Yet far away, deep within the living Force, something stirred. A quiet resistance, because the Force had not chosen Anakin to be its destroyer. And the story of the Chosen One was far from over. The Empire ruled the galaxy with fear. At its center stood a dark figure in black armor, Darth Vader. To the citizens of the Empire, he was a legend, a shadow that appeared without warning, a warrior who crushed rebellions and hunted the last surviving Jedi. Palpatine had created the perfect enforcer, cold, ruthless, unstoppable. But inside the armor, the story was more complicated. Each mission pushed Vader deeper into darkness. He led fleets across the Outer Rim. He stormed hidden Jedi safe houses. He cut down warriors who once stood beside him in the temple halls. And every time his red blade ignited, something inside him twisted. At first, the dark side felt powerful. It sharpened his anger. It fed his rage. But it also kept his memories alive. The sound of Obi-Wan's voice, the quiet wisdom of Qui-Gon, the laughter of Padme. Vader tried to bury those memories. Yet they returned, again and again. One mission changed everything. Imperial forces surrounded a small rebel outpost on a remote moon. The order was simple: destroy them, no survivors. Vader entered the base alone. Blaster fire echoed through the metal halls. One by one, the defenders fell. But in the final chamber, something unexpected happened. A young rebel stood in front of him, barely more than a child. The boy raised a weak blaster with shaking hands. Vader lifted his lightsaber. The red blade glowed in the darkness. The boy did not run. Instead, he spoke. "My father said the Jedi protect people." For a moment, Vader did not move. The words echoed in the chamber. Protect people. A memory flashed through his mind. A promise he once made long ago. The red blade trembled slightly in his hand. And for the first time since becoming Darth Vader, he hesitated. The rebellion was growing. Across the galaxy, small groups began to resist the Empire's rule. Hidden bases appeared in the Outer Rim. Secret fleets gathered in deep space. At the center of this growing rebellion stood a young pilot, Luke Skywalker. Few people understood how dangerous Luke truly was. Not because of his X-Wing skills, not because of his courage, but because Luke believed something no one else did. He believed Darth Vader could still be saved. When Luke first learned the truth, the galaxy seemed to stop. Darth Vader was his father. The Jedi Masters who trained him warned him about the danger. Vader is lost, they said. The dark side has consumed him. But Luke refused to accept that answer. Because every time he reached out through the Force, he felt something. Pain, regret, and a quiet spark of light buried beneath the darkness. The moment finally came above the forest moon of Endor. Luke allowed himself to be captured. He stood before the Emperor and Darth Vader inside the dark throne room of the Death Star. Palpatine smiled from his throne. "Your faith in your friends is your weakness," the Emperor said calmly. "And your faith in your father is foolish." Luke looked at Vader. He did not see a monster. He saw a broken man trapped inside armor. "You can still choose," Luke said quietly. "The Emperor hasn't destroyed you." For a moment, Vader said nothing. The black mask revealed nothing. But inside the armor, the Force was alive with conflict. Palpatine's voice cut through the silence. "Lord Vader, destroy him." The command echoed through the chamber. Vader slowly ignited his lightsaber. The red blade filled the room with light. Father stood before son. Master watched from the shadows, and the fate of the galaxy balanced on a single choice. The throne room trembled with power. Luke Skywalker lay on the cold floor, his lightsaber gone, his strength fading. Above him stood the Emperor. Palpatine's hands rose slowly. Then the lightning began. Blue bolts of dark energy exploded from his fingers, striking Luke again and again. The young Jedi cried out in pain as the electricity tore through his body. The Emperor smiled. "Now, young Skywalker, you will die." Luke struggled to breathe. He looked across the chamber. "Father, please." Darth Vader stood in silence. The black mask faced forward. But inside the armor, a storm was rising. For years he had obeyed the Emperor. For years he had buried the past, but now the past was standing in front of him, dying. Luke's voice weakened. "Help me." The lightning grew stronger. Palpatine laughed as Luke's body shook against the floor. But Vader was no longer listening to the Emperor. Memories flooded his mind. A desert world. A promise to protect the innocent. The face of Padme, the young boy who once dreamed of being a hero. Anakin Skywalker. For the first time in years, the name did not feel like a ghost. It felt real. Vader looked down at the Emperor. Then at his son. The choice was no longer confusing. It was clear. Without warning, Vader moved. He stepped forward and grabbed the Emperor with both arms. Palpatine's eyes widened in shock. "Vader, what are you doing?" But it was too late. With a powerful roar, Vader lifted the Emperor into the air and carried him toward the reactor shaft. The Dark Ruler screamed with rage as lightning exploded around them. But Vader did not stop. For the first time in decades, he was free. And with one final act of defiance, Anakin Skywalker cast the Emperor into the endless darkness below. The Emperor was gone. Far below the throne room, the reactor shaft swallowed the last echo of Palpatine's scream. For a moment, everything was silent. Darth Vader collapsed to one knee. The lightning had torn through his armor. Sparks flickered across the black suit as the life support system struggled to function. Luke slowly pushed himself up from the floor. His body ached. Every breath burned, but he was alive. He looked at the fallen figure beside him, the monster who had ruled the galaxy with fear, the father who had just saved him. Luke rushed to his side. "Father, we have to go." Vader's breathing was slow and heavy through the damaged mask. For years, that mechanical sound had filled the galaxy with terror. Now it sounded weak, almost human. "The Emperor is finished," Luke said. "Come with me. I can help you." Vader slowly turned his helmet toward his son. There was no anger left in the Force around him, only exhaustion. "You were right," Vader said quietly. "Tell your sister, you were right." Luke shook his head. You can tell her yourself, come on. But Vader knew the truth. The damage was too great. The dark side had kept him alive for years. Now that power was gone, and with it, his time. Help me take this mask off, he said. Luke hesitated. But you'll die. Vader answered softly. Nothing can stop that now. Slowly, Luke removed the black helmet. For the first time in decades, Anakin Skywalker saw his son with his own eyes. And in that moment, the Force finally found balance. Not through power, not through war, but through love. The Emperor was dead. For the first time in decades, the dark will that controlled the Empire had vanished. But the Empire itself still remained. Across the galaxy, thousands of Star Destroyers waited for orders that would never come. Imperial governors ruled entire planets. Stormtrooper legions stood ready for battle. Yet something had changed. Inside the Death Star's throne room, Luke Skywalker carried his father's body through the silent corridors. Anakin Skywalker was gone. But his final choice had changed the fate of the galaxy. Outside, the Rebel fleet watched the impossible happen. The second Death Star began to explode. Fire erupted through the massive station as Rebel ships raced away from the blast. Then the giant battle station shattered into pieces. A cheer spread across the Rebel fleet. For many soldiers, it felt like the war was finally over. But Luke knew the truth. The Emperor's death did not mean peace. Far away, deep inside the Imperial command structure, powerful officers were already reacting. Grand Moffs argued over control. Admirals moved fleets into defensive positions. Some demanded revenge against the rebellion. Others feared the Empire was about to collapse. Without the Emperor's iron grip, the Empire was beginning to fracture. Worlds that had lived in fear for years started to whisper dangerous words. Freedom, rebellion, independence. Across dozens of star systems, citizens watched the news spreading through secret channels. The Emperor is dead. The Death Star is destroyed. Hope was returning to the galaxy. But in the dark halls of an Imperial fortress, one ruthless commander studied the reports carefully. He did not see defeat. He saw opportunity. If the Emperor was gone, then someone new could claim the throne. And soon the galaxy would learn that the fall of one empire could easily begin the rise of another.